He was the kind of man who believed in promises more than luck. While others talked about love as a feeling that comes and goes, he treated it as a responsibility, something that needed patience, honesty, and time. His name was Adam, and from the moment he met her, he knew he did not want a temporary story. He wanted a future, a home, and a marriage built on trust. Adam met Lily on an ordinary afternoon. There was nothing dramatic about it, no music playing in the background, no sudden realization. She was sitting quietly, reading a book, and he noticed the calm on her face. When they spoke for the first time, their conversation was simple, almost shy, but it felt comfortable. That comfort stayed with him long after they parted ways. As weeks turned into months, their bond grew slowly. They shared small moments that meant everything to Adam, late-night messages, quiet walks, and long conversations about dreams and fears. Lily was kind and thoughtful, but also careful. She had been hurt before, and she did not trust easily. Adam understood this and never rushed her. He believed that real love did not demand, it waited. For Adam, love was not just about happiness in the present. He imagined waking up beside her every day, supporting each other through struggles, and growing old together. Marriage was not a cage in his mind, it was a promise of safety and belonging. Whenever he thought of the future, Lily was always there. Lily, however, lived more in the present. She cared deeply for Adam, but the idea of marriage scared her. She worried about losing herself, about expectations, about repeating past mistakes. Sometimes she wondered if love could really last forever. She never said she did not want to marry, she just said she was not ready. Adam listened, even when her words hurt him. He told himself that love meant understanding, even when it was painful. He never pressured her, never tried to force his dreams onto her. Instead, he showed his love through actions. He stood by her in difficult moments, encouraged her goals, and respected her space. There were days when Adam felt unsure. Watching friends get married made him question his patience. At night, he sometimes wondered if he was hoping for something that would never happen. But every time Lily smiled at him, every time she trusted him with her fears, his hope returned. He believed that if love was real, it would find its way. One evening, during a quiet conversation, Lily finally opened her heart. She admitted she was afraid of promises because she had seen them break before. She feared disappointing Adam if she could not become the person he dreamed of marrying. Adam held her hand and told her that he did not want perfection. He wanted honesty, effort, and a partner who would walk beside him, not ahead or behind. That night changed something between them. Lily realized that Adam's dream of marriage was not about control or pressure. It was about commitment and care. She began to see marriage not as a loss of freedom, but as a shared journey. Still, she needed time, and Adam gave it willingly. Months passed, and their love deepened. They learned how to disagree without hurting each other and how to forgive without keeping score. Adam remained the same, steady and hopeful. He did not know what the future would bring, but he knew his heart was in the right place. In the end, Adam's story was not just about waiting to marry. It was about believing in love that grows slowly, about choosing patience over fear, and about hoping for a future while respecting the present. Whether or not marriage came soon, his love was already complete, because it was honest, loyal, and full of hope. Lily never believed that love needed a clear destination. For her, love was something that existed in moments, in shared laughter, in quiet understanding. The future felt too uncertain to plan, and promises felt too heavy to make. That was why she lived carefully, protecting her heart from expectations she feared she could not fulfill. When she met Adam, she did not expect him to matter so much. He was calm, thoughtful, and sincere in a way that felt rare. From the beginning, he spoke openly about his values and his dreams. He believed in commitment, in building something lasting, in marriage as a symbol of partnership. Lily listened, smiling softly, but inside she felt a familiar fear rise. She liked him, maybe more than she wanted to admit, but she was not sure she could walk the same path. Their relationship grew gently. They spent time talking about simple things, favorite memories, childhood dreams, small habits that shaped who they were. Adam admired Lily's independence and strength. Lily admired Adam's patience and emotional honesty. With him, she felt safe enough to be herself, yet the word, marriage, lingered between them like a question she was afraid to answer. Adam never hid his intentions. He did not talk about marriage every day, but he made it clear that he believed in a future together. Lily appreciated his honesty, even though it unsettled her. She had seen relationships fall apart after big promises. She had watched love turn into disappointment. For her, dreaming too far ahead felt dangerous. There were moments when Lily considered walking away. She wondered if it was fair to stay with someone whose hopes she might never share. But every time she thought about leaving, she imagined life without Adam's quiet support, his steady presence, and his ability to listen without judgment. That thought hurt more than her fear of the future. Adam sensed her hesitation, even when she tried to hide it. He did not confront her with anger or demand answers. Instead, he chose patience. He believed that love was not about forcing someone to change, but about creating space where they felt safe enough to grow. Still, there were nights when he lay awake, questioning whether his dream of marriage was slowly drifting out of reach. One day, during a long walk, Lily finally spoke honestly. She told Adam that she cared for him deeply, but the idea of marriage felt overwhelming. She feared losing herself, feared expectations she might not meet, feared repeating mistakes she had seen others make. Her voice trembled as she spoke, expecting disappointment. Adam listened quietly. When she finished, he told her that marriage, to him, was not about control or perfection. It was about choosing each other, even on difficult days. He said he did not expect her to become someone else, he wanted to grow together. His words did not remove her fear, but they softened it. From that moment, Lily began to reflect. She realized that her fear was not truly about marriage, but about vulnerability. Loving someone deeply meant risking pain, and she had spent so long protecting herself that she forgot how to trust. Adam was not asking her to promise forever immediately, he was asking her to believe in the possibility of us. Their relationship continued, stronger and more honest than before. Lily allowed herself to imagine small pieces of the future, shared mornings, mutual support, facing challenges side by side. She still did not have all the answers, but she no longer ran from the questions. Adam learned something too. He realized that love was not just about holding onto a dream, but about respecting another person's pace. His dream of marriage remained, but it was now shaped by understanding rather than expectation. Over time, Lily's fear began to fade, replaced by a quiet hope. She saw that love did not mean losing freedom, but sharing it. She understood that commitment was not a trap, but a choice made every day. Whether or not she was ready to call it marriage yet, she knew one thing clearly: she wanted to walk forward with Adam. Their story was not about reaching a destination quickly. It was about learning, trusting, and slowly daring to dream together. And in that shared journey, love found its true meaning. He was never the loudest person in the room, nor the one who demanded attention. He believed that real feelings did not need to be announced, they needed to be proven. His name was Daniel, and his idea of love was simple but deep. He wanted one person, one promise, and a future built slowly with care. For him, love was not an experiment. It was a decision. Daniel met Emma during a difficult phase of his life. He was rebuilding himself after years of disappointment, learning how to trust again. Emma entered his life quietly, with a gentle smile and thoughtful words. She listened more than she spoke, and when she spoke, her words carried warmth. Daniel felt something he had not felt in a long time: peace. Their connection did not grow overnight. It developed through shared routines and ordinary days. Coffee after work, long conversations about life, silent moments where no words were needed. Daniel noticed how Emma cared about small things, how she remembered details, how she showed kindness without expecting anything in return. Slowly, his heart began to choose her. From the beginning, Daniel was honest about who he was. He told Emma that he believed in commitment and that he hoped one day to marry the person he loved. He did not say it to pressure her, only to be truthful. Emma listened carefully. She did not reject the idea, but she did not embrace it either. She had her own fears, shaped by experiences that taught her how easily promises could break. Emma enjoyed the present. She valued independence and freedom, and the future felt like something too fragile to plan. She loved Daniel's sincerity, but the idea of marriage felt distant and uncertain. She worried that expectations would change everything. Still, she stayed, because being with Daniel felt real and safe. As time passed, Daniel's feelings grew stronger. He imagined a life where they supported each other through success and failure, where love was steady even on ordinary days. Marriage, to him, was not about celebration or tradition. It was about choosing one person and standing by that choice. There were moments of doubt. Daniel sometimes wondered if he was loving alone, if his dream was one-sided. Watching others move forward in their lives made him question his patience. But whenever Emma reached for his hand or trusted him with her fears, he reminded himself why he stayed. Love, he believed, was not about speed. Emma sensed his hope even when he did not speak about it. One evening, she finally shared her heart. She told him she was afraid of forever, afraid of losing herself, afraid of failing someone she cared about. Her voice shook as she admitted that she did not know if she could promise what he dreamed of. Daniel listened without interrupting. When she finished, he told her that love was not about guarantees. He said marriage was not the end of freedom, but a shared responsibility. He did not want her to change who she was. He wanted to grow together, slowly and honestly. He made it clear that her truth mattered more than his fear of waiting. That conversation did not solve everything, but it changed the way they looked at each other. Emma realized that Daniel's dream was not a demand. It was an expression of hope. She saw that his patience was not weakness, but strength. For the first time, she allowed herself to imagine a future without panic. Their relationship deepened in quiet ways. They learned how to communicate without blame, how to support each other during stressful days, how to forgive mistakes without holding on to them. Daniel continued to hope, but he also learned to be present. Emma continued to fear, but she also learned to trust. Over time, Emma understood that her fear was not of marriage, but of vulnerability. Loving Daniel meant opening her heart completely, and that was terrifying. But it was also beautiful. She realized that avoiding pain meant avoiding growth, and she did not want to live that way anymore. Daniel never rushed her decision. He believed that if love was meant to last, it could survive waiting. His hope remained steady, not because he was certain of the outcome, but because he was certain of his feelings. Their story was not defined by a proposal or a promise. It was defined by patience, honesty, and the courage to face fear together. Whether marriage came soon or later, their love had already proven its strength. It was a love built not on pressure, but on choice, and that made all the difference.